Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. And for today's video is how to maintain your relationship with God without it feeling like a routine. Without it feeling like a chore. With anything in life, when anything in life begins to feel like a routine, that means a change needs to take place. You need to add something new or do something new to bring the spark back. I'm no pro, but this is what I've learned on my journey. Because there are days where I don't feel like praying. I don't feel like reading my Bible. And during these times, I will switch things up. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, baby, I'm keeping my relationship with the Lord. I can't lose my relationship with the Lord. So I'm going to do anything that I got to do to keep it going, baby. And a lot of times, even when I don't feel like doing these things, I still do it, especially prayer. Because that's always going to put you back in the game. Like, I can't go without praying. But for an example, sometimes I may journal. I may write down my thoughts or I may write down my prayers to the Lord. Instead of actually saying it out loud or get on my knees and pray. But I'm always going to pray, but I also journal my prayers. Like, I always love to write my thoughts down. And sometimes I just write letters to the Lord, tell him how I'm feeling, or just write my prayers down to the Lord. And sometimes if I don't feel like reading the Bible, I'll watch a video on YouTube or somebody reading the Bible, like reading a book in the Bible or explaining the book in the Bible or giving a visualization of the Bible. Sometimes when we read the Bible, like, we be thinking stuff in our head, how it may look, but some people make videos on YouTube where they give you visualizations. I don't know. But, just something different to add. If I get tired of listening to the same gospel songs, I'm going to find me some new ones. Like, I'm always looking for new things to add in my relationship with God, to make it personal, to make it intimate, and to stay connected in any way possible. And there's so many things that you can implement. People think when it comes to God, it has to be the same old. Like, no. Get creative. Get personal to keep that spark in the relationship. Change the environment. You can take a walk with God. You can spend time in nature with God and his creation. Talk to God there instead of at home. Do things with God, that you've never done before. Add something new. The thing is, even when it comes to romantic relationship, you have to do new things to keep the relationship alive. If y'all doing the same old stuff every day, all day, like every year for my birthday, we gonna do this, every day we just coming home, sitting on the couch, watching, like, no. Eventually somebody gonna get bored. Somebody gonna get like, okay, this is feeling like a chore. This is feeling like a routine. We need to add a spark. And we put all this time, effort, and creativity into everything and everyone else, and just give God the same old routine. You can go shopping with God. You can go out to eat with God. You can invite God places with you. We can include him in any and everything that we do. For an example, I went to Hobby Lobby a few months back for the first time with God, a few months ago, to get stuff for my prayer board that I still haven't done, child. Hobby Lobby is a Christian establishment, so there's, stuff about God everywhere. But as I was there, I was talking to God and I was asking him to help me find the things that I was looking for. And he was leading me to everything that I needed with no help from employees. And although it's a Christian store, the Christian stuff be all over the place. But there was an aisle that I was in. I was looking for something in particular. And I asked God to help me find it. And I literally turned around. I'm standing in the aisle, but it's like two parts of the aisle. And I turned around behind me in the aisle. And what I was looking for was literally right there. Like, call me crazy, baby. I don't care. But the Lord was literally guiding me and leading me. Like, he was there with me. I invited him there. So he made his presence known. Like, he made it known that he was there. He was helping me. It doesn't always have to be a prayer as well. I have conversations with the Lord. It don't always have to be, Lord, like, you could be like, Lord, I'm just feeling like this today. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Like, I just feel like, you know what I mean? A conversation. And he responds in many different ways. And just like he makes us feel included, I do the same with the Lord. Just like we want his thoughts and opinions and answers with everything else, I can ask him about shopping, whatever it is I want. The same stuff I would ask a friend, because he literally is my best friend at the end of the day. And you don't only have to talk to God regarding life situations. You know what I'm saying? The relationship doesn't always have to be serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can talk to God about anything. Like, I just feel like we put a cap. We put a limit on the things that we can do with God and talk to God about. Like, no, baby, you can be real with God. You can be open with God. You can be goofy with God, like whoever you want to be, baby, because the Lord has a sense of humor as well. Like, I don't know about nobody else, but that's just how I feel about the Lord. Like, I crack a little jokey joke. Like, why are we so serious here? Like, we can do these things with the Lord. Like, we do not have to put a limit and cap on our relationships with the Lord. But yes, so long story short, yeah, if you start feeling like your relationship with the Lord is becoming a routine, like, okay, every day I'm getting up, reading my Bible at this time, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, change it up, spice it up, add the spark back for yourself. Do new things. That is how you keep your relationship alive with the Lord. Like, implement new things in your relationship with the Lord, just like you would do in your romantic relationship. You know, people breaking their backs to make sure that their partner don't get tired of them or bored with them. Although the Lord ain't gonna get tired and bored of us, but if you feel like it's becoming a routine or a chore, I feel like, just like with your partner, if you love your partner so much, you want to make changes so they won't feel bored or routine. We need to do that with the Lord too. Like, I love the Lord so much, but I'm not willing to let this relationship go, but I'm starting to feel like it's a routine. So I'm finna add some new stuff to it so we can get home. I can get the spark going, because I feel like when people start to feel like it's a routine and they just keep it going, eventually they're going to fall back. Like, no, I feel like that's how you go stronger. You build your relationship stronger. You're showing the Lord, like, nah, like, I'm going to add some more stuff. You know, I'm going to do more things with you, Lord. I'm going to be more open with you, Lord, because I started feeling like it was a routine, and I don't want to lose the closeness that we have, the relationship that we have. So in order to not lose that, I'm willing, okay, to add some new things to our daily routines. You know, even if it's something that takes me out of my comfort zone, it's going to be done, because I love you that much that I'm willing, okay? But if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Remember, I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. God bless.